welcome to Game Honey, your favorite sticky icky video gaming podcast on the internet. You're listening to episode 96. My name is Polar. I will be your host for today. And as always, I am joined by my faithful, trusty co-host, Panda.
Hello, I'm faithful.
Yes.
Yes.
How are you this morning?
I'm still a bit tired, but otherwise I'm doing all right. I'm very excited because we're trying out a new way of recording the podcast. So,
you might just be listening to only Panda's audio stream as we are using Discord today to record the show. And I didn't press record.
No, it's all on my end. So
I'm learning to let go.
We'll see how this turns out. But yeah.
It's a scary new experience. But speaking of letting go,
yes,
let's get straight into the news.
Oh, let's do it.
Because Sea of Thieves is about to be set free onto the world today.
Yeah, I think it already is.
Oh, way to ruin my segue.
Yes.
Yeah, it's out. It's out. And you're getting it.
I already got it.
You already got it. Did you get the day one patch?
I don't know, did I?
Because you put this on the list and explain to the listeners what the Sea of Thieves day one patch is.
Sea of Thieves is a AAA game, and therefore, when it releases, it must release incomplete, right? And get a day one patch. Well,
so how many gigs? How many gigs is this?
Sea of Thieves does indeed have a one-day patch, and I think it's only a couple of megabytes, maybe at most. Because those scoundrels at Rare, the day one patch.
Well, where are you going with this?
Is a wearable eye patch.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, those boys. Those boys.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Do they? I wonder if they have an actual day one patch though.
As far as I know, they don't. I haven't seen anything about it.
That is pretty cool. I wonder if that also counts if you get the physical release. I mean, they've had a bunch of beta testing, but
yeah,
I wonder. I feel like in this day and age, it's hard to imagine a game going out and not getting at least an incremental patch. Although, and you might have noticed this as well, playing Bayonetta the other day, I think that hasn't been patched at all. Still on version 1.0.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it happens. But for a major release like this and not a port, it would be pretty special.
Yeah.
So you're looking forward to playing Sea of Thieves?
I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm gonna be streaming it on my channel, and I always like pirate games, so I'm very excited.
Yeah, and you're playing this on your wife's PC, right?
On my wife's laptop, because as we talked about before, my wife's PC doesn't have Windows 10, and she doesn't want to install it out of fear of messing up some software that's on there.
Yeah. I actually I suppose that's, well, you would hope that's all been ironed out, but my girlfriend actually installed Windows 10 a while back in the free upgrade period, and apparently her computer went haywire as well. Like everything was just that much slower. I don't know if she actually had things not working, but apparently it was a bad enough experience for her to switch back to 7.
Yeah.
She has a pretty powerful laptop, right? So that should not be a problem.
Yeah, her laptop is pretty powerful, so hopefully it won't be too much of a problem.
Yeah, I think we talked about it last week, but I think my gimped out rig will really suffer. There's not a demo out for this, is there?
I don't think so. Question
I
mark?
guess I should have gotten in on the betas, on the betas.
Betas? Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm very excited to try it out. So maybe also just get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe just get it and we can play
So
together.
tune in, depending on when this podcast goes out. Tune in tonight
Yeah.
for a day one stream
Yeah.
at the over at the Tayo Inc. Twitch channel,
Yeah.
and maybe one day I will join you.
Who knows?
So, Sea of Thieves tested gamers before its release. Let's move on to a game that was tested by gamers after its release, Star Wars
Oh.
Battlefront 2.
Yes.
Um,
Indie darling.
EA has now... Indie darling. Indie darling EA
Yeah.
announced that Star Wars Battlefront 2 has now shed itself of all its not its pay to win mechanics.
Yeah.
Loot crates can no longer be purchased with real money. We've obviously talked a lot about this in the past. Yeah, to me it seems like they're trying to salvage this as best as possible. The game is sold crazy amounts still. I think they last report I read was that it sold like 7 million units, which was still considered to be a disappointment.
I thought it was
for
9.
what they had initially projected.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So yeah, this to me it's. I mean, what else can you say than too little, too late? You picking up Battlefront 2?
No. Wasn't planning on it. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see if EA
We've
holds
talked
on.
about it a bunch. It's just too scummy to really entice me to purchase this game.
Yeah, we'll see if EA manages to hold on to the license. It's
Yeah.
still kind of
If
up
they
in the
do,
air.
third time's a charm, right? Battlefront 1, half a game. Battlefront 2, half the game was locked behind microtransactions. Battlefront 3, maybe we might just get a game out of this one.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? It'll be a bit of a surprise, but you never know. We can always
Yeah,
hope.
I would like to see EA getting punished for this. Although I don't know. I don't know what would happen. It's not like Disney is necessarily an altruistic organization either.
No. Unfortunately, no. I think Mickey is not too much interested in anything else but the money.
Oh boy, I sure do love cold hard cash.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Yes. Speaking of nothing related to this topic, speaking
Yeah.
of big games, let's talk about tiny games.
Oh.
Because Nintendo announced a Nintendo Indies Direct, and I'm stretching this sentence for as long as I can so I can look up when it is scheduled.
Oh, let me know.
But I still didn't make it.
Well, I can tell you if you want.
It's scheduled for today.
Yeah.
Go figure.
American
That's
time,
cool.
though.
Will we get Undertale?
Oh yeah, I guess that would be an indies, huh? Yeah. Probably.
Undertale would certainly be an Indies. But on the last Nintendo Direct, they said eventually. When Undertale was announced, it would be out eventually. I would expect to see it here. This would be a good place to announce a release. Is there
It's only
anything
been,
else you're looking forward to?
2 weeks or something, right? 2 weeks, and then it it would have gone from 1 or 2 weeks to from eventually to we have a date now.
We have the exact date for you. Yeah,
Kind of fast.
that is true. And on the other hand, I actually don't know what this studio is working on. besides Undertale. But considering that it's a port, I wouldn't think that it would take them that much effort to at least more or less pin down a date.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Is there anything else for Switch that hasn't been announced yet that you would like to see?
Um. Well, there's always titles that I would definitely love to see on Switch. I played I put it on the what you've been playing list, but I was playing a little bit of Into the Breach, which is an isometric strategy game that feels very compact and nice, and it looks great. It's pixel art, and it kind of reminds you of a little bit of Advance Wars with some a little bit of Advance Wars, a little bit of Fire Emblem with mechs. That sounds like a game that would definitely do well because the campaigns aren't very long. They're you can play through a full campaign probably in a couple of hours, or shorter if you're actually good at the game. So that sounds like a great game to have on the go on the Switch, and it's been doing pretty well recently. I think it's been pretty popular recently. So who knows? A game like that would be pretty cool. Might have to do the double dip.
Yeah,
The old double dip.
the old double dip is I don't think they would consider something like Okami indie now because it's digital only, right? No,
No,
I don't think that. I don't think they would include it in this.
that's a Capcom game.
But yeah, the people on the on Nintendo's Twitter are just as clueless as I am because everybody is just asking about Fortnite and Smash.
Yeah, that indie title Smash.
Which, if those are indie, I guess Okami can be too. I think they will. I think they will talk briefly about Rocket League because that's getting a big spring update. And it's not just content. I think they're also not the frame rate, which was already locked at 60, but they're making improvements to the resolution, which at times is pretty dire.
Mm-hmm.
So I expect that will be in there, but yeah, looking forward to seeing what they've got coming.
Yeah, hopefully some new announcements, and
Yeah.
not just more information about ones that we already knew about.
Yeah. I have one announcement that I'm sure you will be excited for because Namco recently released some new footage for Soul Calibur 6, and it features Geralt of Rivia, the
Ooh.
Witcher.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
man,
we talked previously about
my hunky man.
we talked previously about how you skip one entry in the series and then pick up the next one.
Yes.
Will this be the one?
Well, I didn't pick up 5, so yeah, I suppose I will.
You'll have to.
Yeah, I think it's mandated by law now. One must skip
Yeah,
one and then pick up the next one.
I think he looks good too. I think his moveset looks pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah, you like how he moves?
You know what I mean.
Oh. Yeah, they announced that Geralt would be in a big game. They announced it like a couple of weeks ago. Like a teaser.
Smash Brothers?
And yes, some people were like,
Fortnite?
Smash Brothers? No, it's not going to be Smash Brothers. It was always pretty obvious that he was going to be in Soul Calibur, but yeah, I like it. It's a good fit, I feel, of medieval.
Yeah, as far as Soul Calibur characters go, I think it's one of the better guest characters.
Yeah, better than Spawn.
It's hard to beat Spawn, admittedly.
Better than Darth Vader and Yoda, who I liked in the game, but maybe weren't the greatest fit.
Come on. Darth Vader and Yoda.
Yeah, they were fun.
Yeah.
They were fun to use.
I'm that focused. I was that focused on Spawn that I completely forgot about those. But yeah, that happened too, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Spawn
Yeah,
and Heihachi.
Geralt is a great inclusion.
Yeah.
Yeah, Heihachi I can sort of see. He's a fighting game character.
But
That
like
guy Zelda,
Soul Calibur,
he was in there.
Soul Calibur is all about weapons, and Tekken is not.
Well, who needs weapons when you have hands? The most dangerous weapon of all.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Please leave your hands at
Yes.
the door.
And please leave your assets there as well,
Oh,
because Epic is shutting down Paragon
very nice.
and has
Very nice
decided to
little segue
release
there.
its assets for free. Thank you.
Yeah, you're on a
Please let
fucking
me
roll.
finish.
All right, Jesus.
Paragon
Just wanted to
was
say it
once
was
upon a
very
time
nice,
another
very nice little
game,
segue.
another game by Epic
Go ahead.
that is not Fortnite, and it has now therefore been executed.
Yes.
Yeah, people were pretty upset about this because Paragon has its following or had its following, but obviously considering the way Fortnite is going and the growing popularity of Fortnite, now I think eclipsing PUBG in the West at least, has completely made it so that Epic has shifted focus to Fortnite and has decided to shut down Paragon. And as sort of a farewell gift, they decided to release all of the assets for the game.
Yeah, which are supposedly $12 million worth.
Yeah, I mean, what the Kotaku article here says that it the assets released today cost well over 12 million. So it's nice that they're not just dumping in the garbage. I mean, that's a non-statement if ever I heard one.
Huh. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's nice.
Yeah,
I guess
I
it's
do like
nice.
the
It would have
gesture.
been nicer for fans of the game if they kept the servers up.
Yeah. Honestly, I know next to nothing about Paragon, but I just like I like that the assets are released because there's always creative fans who can get that shit to work.
Yeah,
Um,
no, that's
and
true.
yeah, I think it might result in some cool stuff.
Yeah,
So yeah,
it's nice at least that they're throwing the community a bone.
yeah,
The most diehard fans who were really let down by this game shutting down, and it's shutting down next month on April 26th. So get in there now if you want a taste
buy those season
of
passes.
something that will soon be lost to history.
Oh, game developers.
Oh, the ravages of time.
Mm. Mm.
But for some people,
Yes.
time can't move soon enough
Oh.
because Microsoft is readying for its biggest E3 showing ever.
Oh.
What that
Maybe
means,
is that they're gonna win this console generation.
we have no idea.
I'm sure
Because
they can still beat
Microsoft
out
literally put
PlayStation
out.
4 and Switch.
Don't stop believing. So this is pretty much a non-statement. Microsoft announces that will be their biggest E3 ever,
Mm-hmm.
which sounds exciting. And I wanted to take this opportunity to ask you what it would take for you to rejoin the Xbox fold, because this podcast talks about Switch, it talks about PlayStation, and it talks about Xbox, supposedly,
Mm-hmm.
but we never we always have trouble getting excited
Yeah.
for what Microsoft is doing with Xbox, whether it be Xbox One X or a lack of exclusives. What would it take for you to come back into the fold?
Well, quite honestly, the
Well, Sea of
first.
Thieves obviously isn't doing it for you.
Well, it might have, but the fact of the matter is, living in Japan is just not. It's an automatic no for an Xbox 360, or not 360 for an Xbox One, or a 360, I suppose.
But
Um,
is that I've never actually looked into this, but I mean you can get an
yeah, you
Xbox
can
One
get an
here.
Xbox One, but there's just basically no support. There's maybe a game store will have like 3 games if you're lucky. Um, So yeah, I don't know. There's just it's kind of hard to get games for your system here. You can get digital. I know. You could
Amazon.
do that. You could get through Amazon, but that
I mean,
import
you,
fees.
you could. I'm sure Amazon has listings for Japanese games. But hey, you don't have to make excuses. If the games aren't there, that's fine too.
Yeah, that's what.
And that's it, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So what does Microsoft have to do this E3 to win you over?
Show me a bunch of exclusives.
Yeah, I think that's the same thing we said last year.
I mean, that's what they got to do. Good exclusives. Exclusives that, yeah. I don't know. There's what I can't. I'm trying to think of like good exclusives that they have. Sea of Thieves is one that I'm obviously interested
Gears of
in.
War, baby.
Crackdown, which
Yeah.
is.
Did you play the first one?
I did play the first one and I had fun with it. It was a fun game, but it's not a system seller. I feel. What they had Rise of the Tomb Raider, obviously that was exclusive for a year, was it?
For a while.
Yeah. So they do have some exclusives, but it's just nothing earth-shattering. Dead Rising, but that series has kind of been on the decline. Yeah, it's
At this point, it would have to be a new IP that sort of appeals to my sensibilities as well. I used to really like Gears of War, but the series sort of lost its luster for me.
mm-hmm.
So they'd have to do something extremely interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. They could pay From Software to make Bloodborne 2 exclusive to the Xbox One X.
Yeah.
Now that can actually happen because Bloodborne is a Sony IP. But yeah, that is though more or less the route that I expect them to take, is that they if they can't solve this issue with their own in-house developers, that they will at least hand out some money bags to third-party developers to develop stuff for them.
Yeah, they should have more than enough of those at least.
More than enough of those monies?
Yeah.
Those money bags?
Of those monies. Bill Gates can just
you would think
get
so.
his own money out and yeah.
Stop helping impoverished children in Africa and be right back, guys. I'm gonna save Xbox.
Where's Gears of War? I'm not really interested in Gears of War, honestly. That's never really been a game series that I've had much interest in. I tried the first one, but it was just all very brown and bland.
It was great though. The gameplay mechanics were great, and for someone who loves Resident Evil 4 as much as you do, I'm sure I would think that you would be more into it.
I guess I played it maybe a little bit too late. I think I played it a little bit after it came out.
Yeah, you played it after it came out.
Yeah, it's early. All right, cut me some slack, man.
It's almost 9 a.m. for our listeners.
Yes, that's very early. My death rattle in the early morning.
Yeah. What else is there on the Xbox? Quantum Break seems all right.
Yeah.
Sunset Overdrive
I heard
seems
good
all right
things
as
about
well.
it.
Yeah.
It's just,
But I mean, there's nothing Horizon or Bloodborne caliber.
No.
God of War. Which is coming
God
out
of War would be a good one. Yeah. They.
God of War exclusive on Xbox. Heard it here first.
That would be quite. That would be quite a news item. No, I don't know. I don't know what they could do. I think it would have to be a new IP at this point. From a big studio.
I
And
would assume that Rare will be working on Sea of Thieves for the foreseeable future, so no
yeah,
colorful Banjo-Kazooie or Conquer games
well, they wouldn't. I don't think they
for
would
the
make
man children,
those anyway.
and that very much includes us.
Yeah, I think Rare has long since shunned its children.
Yeah, I don't know. I could see a Banjo game happening in the future, although I think Rare probably realizes that those fans are probably not gonna flock to Xbox for anything less than an earth-shattering Banjo game, which is at this point maybe unlikely to happen.
Yeah, I think they would probably put their money on like Banjo Racing, if anything, or Banjo Party.
Oh.
Banjo Party games, yeah.
No, no, no. We finally got Rare back from the party games. That's
Don't
not.
don't
Don't
celebrate
send them back
too
to
soon.
the dungeon.
Don't celebrate too soon. We'll see. We'll
Yeah,
see
but
how Sea of Thieves
it'll be
does.
interesting. It'll be interesting to watch Microsoft's conference. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful for them to put on a good showing. Um, I like the Xbox 360, but the Xbox One at this point, and to clarify, I'm not a fan of the Forza series or a particular fan of the Halo series, so that obviously that sort of negates a lot of the appeal
Yeah.
that the Xbox would have for me. But maybe Microsoft is fine with people not necessarily coming to Xbox as long as they come to the larger platform of Xbox, which is something
PC
that
as
you're
well.
doing now by purchasing Sea of Thieves.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. They are definitely shifting a lot of their attention to PC. And I do really like the fact that if you buy one game, you kind of own it on both systems, on both PC and Xbox. Although, in trying to figure out buying Sea of Thieves, it was very unclear how some of their policies actually work. With regard to getting one game and then getting it on PC as well, it's if you don't have an Xbox One, it's a little bit vague. But it worked out in the end. I got it, so I'm very excited. Maybe this will be my first toe dipping back into the water of the Xbox side of things. We'll see.
Mm. Yeah, but that's something you touched on that, for example, Sony isn't doing as much as Microsoft. Microsoft is exploring different avenues like the cross-play, and they also have the Xbox Game Pass going on,
Yeah.
where you buy a pass for 1 month, or I think you can buy one for 1 year. I don't know how much the one for 1 year is. You can buy a subscription for 1 month, and that basically gets you a ton of games.
I thought it was $60 for a year, but yeah, it's essentially Netflix for games.
Yeah, exactly. So that's something. It's a little beyond PlayStation Plus, where if you download a game during that month, it's yours. But if you miss it, it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
For Game Pass, you have all of the games. You just have a growing library of games that you can download.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice
that
idea.
actually it's not it's not a bad idea, and it's a better value proposition than PlayStation Plus, I'd say.
Yeah, it was either. It
Considering
might
that
have
if you
been.
join now, you can get all of these games.
Yeah, it also includes Sea of Thieves, which is like a new title, so that's pretty nice. I think it might have been actually $60 for half a year. So, with like 2 full price
Okay.
games in a year, you would have your values, your money back, essentially, quote unquote. You don't actually
Yeah,
get
and
your
if you
money
put
back.
it like that, and if you don't really mind about going into the digital future and your games inevitably disappearing into the void once they pull out the servers,
Yeah.
um, then this might be the solution for you.
Yeah, it's just stuff like that definitely makes Xbox very interesting because this is a service that's on Xbox One, not on PC. So you do need you do need an Xbox One for that. That kind of that would services like that make me more interested in owning an Xbox One because it gives me an immediate library for a reasonable price, a big library of games. So yeah, I definitely be. I didn't really know about the Game Pass honestly until I looked into Sea of Thieves. So yeah, who knows? Maybe when I get back to Europe, I'll have to shell out for an XBONE.
Yeah. Like behind the scenes, Microsoft is doing things, and they're making it better for Xbox. It just remains to be seen if that will translate to any actual new games, any new exclusives that would entice people like you and me to get back into Xbox.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Yeah, E3 is sure to be exciting. Speaking of being excited,
yes,
boy oh boy, am I frothing at the mouth to hear what you've been playing this week.
Well, like I said, I've been playing some Into the Breach, which is like an indie. It's not RTS, indie turn-based strategy game. I think you might actually enjoy it too. It's
it's a tactics sort of game, isn't it?
Yeah, you have 3 units, 3 mechs that all have different powers. The enemies telegraph their attacks, so you'll see what the enemies will do next turn. It'll be literally spelled out on the screen, and then you have one turn to kind of counter it. But the enemies, one enemy might attack, for example. But if you use, for example, a unit that can shove them, you can shove them in front of another enemy, so they would attack the other enemy instead of you. So there's a lot of, and then all the different units have a lot of different capabilities and whatnot. So there's a lot of strategy and a lot of options and possibilities, which is really fun. I played it only a couple of hours, and it can be pretty brutal. But yeah, I really like it so far. It's pretty great.
Nice, and it's out on Steam and any other platforms.
I believe it's only on Steam at the moment. So, but who knows? Maybe an indie. Maybe an indie. I don't think so, but one can always hope. But yeah, if you like mechs and pixel art and compact.
Oh, you're ticking all of my boxes.
Strategy games, then definitely check this out. It's neat.
Anything else?
I also played more Bayonetta. I'm very close to the end, I think. I'm in chapter 16 or something. So I think it's only like 1 or 2 more chapters. It's been more of the same what the fuck moments and some very frustrating moments with some very powerful enemies. The Glory and what was it? Glory and whatever.
You finally got there?
Yeah. Well, the first couple of times I fought them, they weren't that bad, but then they got worse. That's it. Yeah.
So the thing happened that I talked about, I think last week, where they take away witch time.
Yeah. That does happen. Yeah. That
then they really start to suck, right?
Yeah. Because it's kind of hard to. I'm having a bit of a hard time to see when they will attack. So it's kind of hard to time my dodges, and then there's 2 of them. So
yep,
the
camera of them will always your friend.
No, but I made it through. Somehow I made it through. Didn't know how lost I was until I found you.
So are you consistently getting stone medals,
Yes, very
or are you
consistently.
doing a little bit better?
No, I got
I fucking hated that.
it's. I feel that they are pretty strict. I got like 2 bronze ones recently. I feel that they're
Hmm.
very strict, even on levels where I got like a platinum medal.
Oh,
In
at the end of the chapter,
yeah,
you'll go home with stone.
yeah. Like, really? Was it really necessary? But I'm not that bothered by it, honestly. I'm
I know. To me, it felt like a kick to the balls. Like every time you overcome a challenge, you
yeah,
still get fucked.
yeah. I'm fucking amazed that there's people that can play this game and get platinum medals all the way through. That seems
Well,
impossible
if you
to
put
me.
10 times as much time into this game, then you can be good at it too.
Oh, maybe. Who knows?
Just hang in there.
I can dream.
Yeah,
I can.
I think I'm almost at the same point in Bayonetta 2 as you are in 1. I think I'm at chapter 13 or so now.
Mhm.
Um, the story is sort of ramping up, so I'm inching closer towards that climax.
Mm.
And yeah, it's been very nice, fulfilling. I really like the combat. I think it's the game itself is still a lot more balanced than 1. Um, I have a better idea of what's going on in the story. The presentation is a lot nicer still. Yeah, it's to me the experience as a casual Bayonetta player, and I say this knowing that some people, some of the more hardcore players, really prefer Bayonetta 1.
Mhm.
But Bayonetta 2 to me is a much more pleasant experience going into it.
All right.
It's yeah. I'm consistently having fun with it, and I don't know if this is a game that I'll play again on harder difficulties. That's typically not something that I do. Um, but yeah, for now, it's been a blast.
Yeah.
But rather than that, I've been playing 2 more games this week.
Mhm.
Um, the first one being Bloodborne,
Oh.
which has really grabbed me by the ghoulies. Sticking with the
Bloodborne
rare
is
theme this
also
week.
made by Rare.
Yes, secret best rare game. But that game is really good, isn't it? I don't know if you agree, actually, but
Yeah, no, it's a good game.
really,
It's just frustrating as fuck.
I really like it. I actually love it.
Yeah, you're gonna
It's fucking
100% it.
good. I don't 100% anything. In my life, I never finish anything. And I like to keep that sort of consistency when I'm playing my video games.
Fair enough.
But yeah, we can. Everybody has played this game, right? Can we talk spoilers a little bit? We'll put it
Yeah,
we'll
I
put
mean,
it in the
there's not
show
really
notes.
much
We'll
of a
put a
story
timestamp in
in
there.
the game itself.
Are you gonna put a timestamp in there?
No, no, that's fine. You can talk
Okay.
about it.
Well, direct your hate mail to @Tayo Inc. on Twitter. So what did I do? I beat the second boss, the blood-starved beast.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, colloquially, colloquially,
Mm-hmm.
colloquially known on the internet as the cock-starved beast, which I found to be very original.
Great, yeah.
And he gave me quite a bit of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
I you mentioned last time that Father Gascon was your biggest stumbling block in the
Yeah.
entire game, but this dude was really something. He's big, he's super fast. He just comes charging at you, and like the first couple of times, oh God, I had no idea what was happening.
Well, that's basically sums up Bloodborne, I think.
Your entire Bloodborne experience.
Yeah. Oh God. What now?
No, make it stop. But like during the levels, I it is a difficult game, but it's not it's very fair, I would say, for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Like there might be a boss and you will get bamboozled by a boss from time to time. But besides that, like when you're making your way through the level, and if you're quick on your feet, I feel like you are adequately um, equipped to deal with most of the challenges that the game throws at you. And yeah, I just keep being extremely impressed by the level design. And by the way it looks, I think it this has to be one of the best looking PlayStation 4 games out there.
It
I
looks
think the
very
art
good.
style is
Yeah.
absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah. No, it
So
looks great.
what you mentioned last time, you mentioned that Father Gascon really sort of sucked the joy out of it a little bit for you.
Yeah.
Um, what did you think of the section I just played? So I went. What did I do? I um went down from Central Yharnam, sort of made my way down to that church. We had a couple hunters on the way. You had the one hunter in the tower who has a Gatling gun.
Oh yeah, that guy. Oh yeah, I hated those other hunters. They were
Yeah, they're
no
pretty
fun.
fucking tough.
Fast and ugh.
Yeah, I'm
I
I'm still really. Did you ever get the parrying mechanic down?
don't think I really did. No, maybe
Yeah, for the hunters I can manage.
the
Like the
shooting
hunters are,
at the
are
right time. You mean?
yeah.
Right? I
Yeah,
think
yeah, yeah.
I
For
kind
for
of
the
got
hunters, if you shoot them, they'll just sort of stop in their tracks, and you can hit them.
yeah.
But for other enemies, it's a lot more difficult, I find,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
to really stun them and get a visceral attack in. That's not something that
No,
you're
well,
really capable of doing either.
I mean, I did them every now and then, but to say I was good at it, I don't think that would be very accurate.
You never did get good, did you?
I never did really get good. No, I mean, I beat it. I beat the game, but
you just kept summoning three other dudes.
no,
They found
summoned
you.
a grand total of 0 people.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I know. I did it all on my own.
So tell me then about the Bloodstarved Beast. You have this summon spot, like right before you enter the big church to fight him, and you can summon what is it? Vile Hunter Alfred. He's an NPC. Did you summon him?
No, I don't think I ever summoned anyone, NPC or player.
Oh wow, because I did. I did summon. How? So what? Did you just not activate that particular portal?
I don't think I did.
There was never someone in the game with you.
No, I don't think so.
Because I summoned Alfred a couple of times. He's an NPC that you meet earlier in the level,
Mm-hmm.
and he sort of helped me prolong my own lifespan so I could sort of figure out how to beat the beast. And then I kept dying a couple times, and then I decided to summon a real player, and turns out he didn't bring any antidote. So like 1/3 through the battle, I was noticing that this guy is just not there. Where the fuck did he go? And it turns out that he was standing close to the door, so all of the aggro was coming to me. And um, and when I saw him standing next to the door, I saw his life sort of depleting until it reached 0, and then he was gone. I was left to fend for myself. But at that point, thankfully, I'd sort of figured out how to deal with the beast, and I was able to get him down really by the skin of my teeth. I had a
Yeah.
sliver of health back. I was getting poisoned. I didn't have any blood vials left, but I got him down and felt real good, I gotta tell you.
Nice.
Then I got clubbed in the head, and they took me somewhere.
Oh, those guys. The one that
Yeah,
put
those
you
guys
in.
are fucking strong.
Yeah. Yeah, they're no fun. They're no fun at all. I'm very torn on this game. I would kind of enjoy having another go at it, I suppose, but I'm also having flashbacks hearing you talk about it.
PTSD.
Yeah. I don't know if this is the game for me.
I don't know what it is. I wonder if some people can just be unfortunate with their first experience with it. Like I read online some people really struggling with Father Gascoigne, like you seem to have back in the day. I guess if for the first boss you don't figure out, or you sort of you miss the parrying mechanic, then yeah, he's a fucking demon. It's gonna be really tough to get past him, I think. So
I watched,
if that initial experience sort of sours you on the game.
The thing is, I watched like a bunch of how-tos, how to beat him, and I pretty much did exactly the same thing. It just always got me down way faster, health-wise, than the guys in the video.
Yeah,
that's what it seemed like. At least that wasn't very
and
fun.
you never thought to summon another player?
No, I don't know. I wanted to do it by myself.
And that's admirable. At one point for the Blood-Starved Beast, I thought, okay, it killed me 5 times now. I don't have infinite time to keep playing this game. I just want to get past it. So I'll summon another player. Like they put the summon spot for the NPC. They put it right before the boss area. So my idea going into it was that, okay, they want you to try out this mechanic, so I'm not gonna feel too dirty for dipping my feet into the summoning pool.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I had to do most of it by myself anyway, so that still felt rewarding enough. But I think that's kind of why they have the summoning in there. If things really get too frustrating, you can just get to 1 or 2 more advanced players who can go to town.
Yeah. Hack that fucker up.
Yeah. Did you have any trouble with the Blood-Starved Beast?
Because I don't remember, honestly.
Okay.
That's
didn't leave as big an impression as Father Gascoigne.
Father Gascoigne, that fucker.
Yeah. So there's good things to come for me for where I'm at now.
I mean,
you've tried to erase your experience with the game from your memory.
Yeah, mostly. No, it's a great looking game, and it has great atmosphere, and the enemy designs and level designs are great. It's just frustrating as fuck. And some people are really into that, and me not always. I mean, I get it when it's when the game is hard. It can be rewarding, but I don't know. I needed a little bit more in doses rather than just the Bloodborne. At least I finished Bloodborne, but I started playing Dark Souls 3, and I was just, fuck this. So I only played like an hour of that, hour or 2.
More of this shit?
I got past the first boss there and played a little into the city, and I was like, fuck this noise.
I will take this to be the end of the game.
Yeah. I am done.
Yeah. I that's too bad. Did you struggle during the levels as well, or was it
during the levels
bosses?
as well? It was just all around a struggle, pretty much. When you're just like
an exercise in not having fun.
Yeah.
Do I love video games?
No, but then when you do beat a boss, it's like, yeah, fuck yeah. So yeah, I definitely get it.
Time to do the whole thing over again.
Yeah.
It's not a short game either, so I commend you for sticking with it through
I
your
I,
suffering.
I don't know. I had one of those weird gamer pride moments, I suppose, where I was like, "No, I will fucking finish this game. I'll do it by myself. God damn it!" And I did,
Yeah.
kind of begrudgingly, but I did.
Okay.
Didn't have the same
Yeah.
obligation for Dark Souls 3 though.
I already proved myself once.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I think why these games resonate with so many people, and why I can now say that I finally joined that course is that it's really all gameplay. I was sort of thinking back to when we talked about Uncharted 4 when it came out, and when after the hype had sort of settled, and Uncharted 4 is a good game, but there's so much artificial stuff in it. When you're climbing ledges, there's no real gameplay. You're just pushing the control stick. When you're looking at beautiful vistas, it's just that it's pretty much just a picture. In Bloodborne, you're really exploring the level. Everything is done through gameplay pretty much, and the combat is really fleshed out, and it's yeah it's a game that's not ashamed of being a video game.
Is that a thing?
That is a thing.
Okay. Yeah,
And
no,
that's
yeah.
what I really like about it. You're just playing the whole time, and it really does feel like you are making your way through the level, and you are exploring these dungeons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's pretty fantastic. Maybe it helps that I'm actually playing it twice. As I mentioned last week, I'm playing it with a friend, and I'm also playing it alone. So
Mhm.
I first I play with my buddy, and then when I get home, I play through the same section again. So I guess it helps a little bit that you can that I can pass a controller whenever I get destroyed.
Yeah, yeah. Share the load.
Oh, Sam!
Yes. Sam.
Exactly. So before you have to get off to work,
Yes.
let me just mention the final game on my list, which is The Evil Within 2, another horror title,
Mm-hmm.
and also a good game. I think I'm pretty far into it. I think I'll finish it in the next couple of days. I'm in chapter 14, I think.
Okay. I
I'm
don't remember the number of
without
chapters, but
without further going into spoilers, I will just say that I am in a burning church.
yeah, it's yeah. I think I know where you are. Yeah,
It's
you're
sort
pretty
of a
close to the
yeah,
end, I think.
yeah. I thought so. I can feel myself inching closer towards the final boss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still, I actually just wanted to play Bloodborne, but I thought if I keep playing Bloodborne, I might never finish The Evil Within 2, which is a game that I really enjoyed. So I was kind of hesitant to pick it back up again, but it fit like a glove.
Are you
I
playing
got
in first
right back
person?
into it. No, I don't. I don't care for the first person mode. Yeah, they did. It's cool that they included it because for the uninitiated, Tango or Bethesda released a patch for The Evil Within 2 where you can now play in first person mode, free of charge. It's a
Yeah.
pretty cool update, so that
Pretty
more
neat.
Twitch streamers can scream into the camera and hopefully sell some copies for them.
That's what Twitch streamers do. Just scream at a camera all day. Oh!
Have fun tonight.
Yeah. Thank you.
I really like it. I think you like it a lot too. It's
Yeah.
just so much more polished than The Evil Within 1.
I play it.
Yeah, The Evil Within 2. What do you think about the story?
Yeah, it was all right. It's definitely easier to follow than the first one.
Yeah.
And I feel a little bit more memorable, but it's also since I played it more recently than the first one, that I kind of remember stuff from that game. Yeah, no, it's all right. It works.
Yeah. I think it's a nice it's what the franchise needed, because the first one pretty much didn't have a story, and this one at least has characters. It has a clear narrative. It works well enough.
Yeah,
It's fine. It is something that propels the characters forward, and yeah, it's still a very, very, very enjoyable experience. So I'm looking forward to finishing that, and that's it for me.
all right. Yeah, and I really need to go.
If you have nothing else, then then I guess we're gonna get out of here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for listening this week.
Yeah.
If you want to get in touch with us, you can find us on Twitter at GameHoneyGame. You can also send an email to game.honeys@gmail.com. If you want to seek us out individually, you can do so by going to Twitter and finding me at KumaGumaPolar, and my good friend Panda, where?
At Tayo Inc.
For all the dankest memes and the loudest Twitch screams.
The memes and the screams.
Yes, the meme scream queen. Panda,
That's me.
That's you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for listening this week, and we'll see you again next week.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Slow hands of time, help me unwind. It's warm by the fire. Won't you come inside and stay a while? Wash away your sins for a minute. Dim the screens, let's keep us in the dark, together apart. And as you sit in your chair, you see the mountain shake, the air ignite. For as much as you care, I think we're lucky enough to sit inside in our despair. Each moment in time, your grip's too tight. It comes and goes from coast to coast, and we'll follow its flow, hanging on to hope. So wash away your sins for a minute. In the screens, let's keep us in the dark, together apart. And as you sit in your chair, you see the mountain shake, the air ignite. For as much as you care, I think we're lucky enough to sit inside in our despair.